So today we're going to be looking at multiplication using bases 2, 3, and 4. Most persons are accustomed to using base 10. However, we can actually do multiplication in other bases as long as we respect the rule of the base. Okay, so let's start with base 2. The first thing that we need to remember is that when working in base 2, we can only create values using the digits 0 and 1. Alright, so we're going to use our first digit in the ones position, it's numeral 1. So we have 1 times 1, that's going to give me 1. 1 times 1, that's 1. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 1, that's going to give me 1. But my first row here is fine since all my digits respect the rule of being either 0 or 1. Alright, moving on to my second digit. Same principle as you would have known before. We're going to put our 0 as placeholder for that first position. So we have 1 times 1, that's 1. 1 times 1, that's going to be 1. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 1, 1. I'm just going to go ahead and add those together. Alright, so I have 1 plus 0, that's going to give me 1. 1 plus 1, 2. I cannot write 2 in base 2. So I'm going to convert this 2 to binary by simply asking myself, how many sets of 2 can I get from 2? And that would be 1 set of 2 with a remainder of 0. So I leave the remainder behind and I would carry my 1 set of 0. 1 plus 1, that's going to be 2, same thing. My remainder of 0 and carry my 1 set of 2. 1 plus 1, 2, same procedure. Leave behind my remainder of 0, carry my 1 set of 2. 0, 1 set of 2. And finally, I have a 1 that's not been added to anything, so I can just put that back there. So my final answer is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, base 2. Moving over to base 3. Be reminded that the only digits that we can use in base 3 are 0, 1, and 2. Alright, so starting with my first digit, that's going to be 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. We cannot write 4 in base 3. So I convert simply by asking myself in this case, how many sets of 3 can I get from 4? That's going to be 1 set of 3 with a remainder of 1. If you wanted to use strokes, you could have. If you have 4 strokes, from that 4 strokes, you can get 1 set of 3 with a remainder of 1. Alright, so I'm going to leave that remainder of 1 behind and carry my 1 set of 1. 1 set of 3. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, that's going to be 5. Same procedure, from 5 I can get 1 set of 3 with a remainder of 2. So I leave my remainder behind and I would carry my 1 set of 3. I don't have any more digits to multiply, so I can just put down my 1 set of 3 in that row. Moving on to the second digit, same procedure, I would use 0 as placeholder as in base 10. That still applies here. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. I'm going to go ahead and add those. Alright, 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1, that's 1. 2 plus 2, that's going to be 4. And 4 is going to be 1 set of 3 with a remainder of 1. So I leave my 1 set of 3, my remainder behind, and carry my 1 set of 3. Same procedure, leave my remainder behind, and I would carry my 1 set of 3. I don't have anything else to add, so I could just put back my numeral 1. Alright, so my final answer is going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, base 3. Moving over to base 4, be reminded again that the only digits I can use to multiply in base 4 are 0, 1, 2, and 3. Alright, we have 2 times 3, that's going to give us 6. 6 cannot be written in base 4. So I ask myself, how many sets of 4 can I get from 6? That's going to be 1 set of 4 with a remainder of 2. Again, you could simply write down your strokes. Alright, so I have 1 set of 4 with a remainder of 2. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my remainder of 2 behind and carry my 1 set of 4. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1, that's going to be 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3, that's 9. 9 cannot be written in base 4. So I'm going to ask myself, how many sets of 4 can I get from 9? That's going to be 2 sets of 4 with a remainder of 1. If you wrote down your strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1 set. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's another set with a remainder of 1. Alright, so I'm going to leave my remainder behind and I will just write down my 2 sets of 4 since I don't have anything else to multiply using that digit. Moving on to the second row, 0 as placeholder. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 cannot be written in base 4. So I'm going to ask myself, how many sets of 4 can I get from 4? That's going to be 1 set of 4 with a remainder of 0. Okay, so I'm going to leave that remainder behind and I would go ahead and carry my 1 set of 4. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1, that's going to be 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 is going to be converted to base 4 as we would have done earlier. And that's going to be 1 set of 4 with a remainder of 2. Alright, so I have my remainder of 2 with my 1 set of 4, which I can just write here since I don't have any more digits to multiply using 2. Alright, ensure that each of your values are aligned, which is very important part of multiplication. Ensure that your digits are aligned as you multiply each. Alright, 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. And of course, as we said earlier, 4 is a remainder of 0 with 1 set of 4. 2 plus 1, that's going to be 4. Remainder of 0, 1 set of 4. 5, 1 plus 2, that's going to be 5. So we have 5 being 1 set of 4 with a remainder of 1. Leave the remainder behind and carry my 1 set of 4. 1 plus 1, that's going to be 2. So my final answer is going to be 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, base 4. Alright, that's it for today. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know which topic you'd like for me to cover. I really hope that you learned something new today. It was a pleasure serving you. Bye.